The recent transfer of cluster munitions by the United States to Ukraine has reminded the world of the history of US cluster munitions use. Incomplete statistics are already shocking. In the 1960s to 1970s, US forces extensively used cluster munitions in Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. A Red Cross report says Laos is hence contaminated by tens of millions of cluster submunitions, affecting 17 provinces. Cambodia still suffers from the adverse effects caused by the US cluster bombs dropped half a century ago. According to a Yale University report, the United States dropped some 230,516 bombs on 113,716 sites in Cambodia between 1965 and 1973. No more than 20 years later, the United States used cluster bombs again in the Gulf War. Data from the Cluster Munition Coalition, an international civil society campaign working to eradicate cluster munitions, show that the US and its allies dropped 61,000 cluster bombs containing some 20 million submunitions in 1991. Some 10 years later, it along with the UK dropped nearly 13,000 cluster munitions containing an estimated 1.8 to 2 million submunitions in the 3 weeks of major combat in Iraq. Even today, Afghans are still haunted by US cluster bombs as 1,228 cluster bombs containing 248,056 bomblets were dropped in Afghanistan from 2001 to 2002. Cluster bombs have brought great pain to citizens living in these countries.